Welcome friends. Today we'll be discussing the solved examples on first law of motion and second law of motion. First example is a constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. Find the magnitude of the applied force. Now, if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? So here two questions are asked. In first case, you have to find the applied force, and in second case you have to use that force and find the final velocity of the object. In second case, time is given. So first write down the given data. We have been given that u equal to 3 meter per second and v equal to 7 meter per second. Time is 2 seconds and mass is 5 kg. So F equal to m into a. Acceleration is nothing but change in velocity divided by time. So F equal to m into v minus u divided by t. All the values are known to us, that is given in the example. So F will be equal to 5 into 7 minus 3 divided by 2. So force will be equal to 10 Newton. Now if this force is applied for a duration of 5 seconds, that is t equal to 5 seconds, then the final velocity can be calculated by rewriting the above equation. V equal to u plus F into t divided by m. That is this equation is simplified. The equation that you have used just now, this equation is simplified and written in this form. So v equal to u plus ft in divided by m. Now on substituting the values of u, f and m and t, we get the final velocity as 13 meter per second. Second example is which would require a greater force, accelerating a 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second square or a 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square. So here you have to use the same equation that we have used in previous examples, that is F equal to ma. M1 and A1 are given, that is M1 is 2 kg, A1 is 5 meter per second square, M2 is 4 kg and A2 is 2 meter per second square. So F1 will be equal to M1 A1 and this product will come as 10 Newton, and F2 equal to M2 A2, that is 4 into 2 equal to 8 Newton. So F1 will be greater than F2. F1 is 10 Newton and F2 is 8 Newton. Thus, accelerating a 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second square would require a greater force. Third example, a motor car is moving with a velocity of 108 km per hour and it takes 4 seconds to stop after the brakes are applied. Calculate the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car if its mass along with the passengers is 1000 kg. So final velocity is 0 because after application of brakes, after 4 seconds the vehicle comes to rest. So u will be equal to, initial velocity will be equal to 108 km per hour, that is 108 into 5 by 18 equal to 30 meter per second, and the final velocity of the motor car will be 0 meter per second. The total mass of the motor car along with the passengers is 1000 kg and the time taken to stop the motor car is 4 seconds. We have the magnitude of the force applied by the brakes as m into v minus u divided by t. So on substituting the above values, that is F will be equal to 1000 into 0 minus 30 divided by 4. So this product will be minus 7500 kg meter per second square, that is minus 7500 Newton. The negative sign tells us that the force exerted by the brakes is in opposite direction to the opposite to the direction of motion of the motor car. So that's why there is a negative sign. What does the negative sign tells us? that the force exerted by the brakes is opposite to the direction of the motion of motor car. Fourth example is a force of 5 Newton gives a mass m1 and acceleration of 10 meter per second square, and mass m2 and acceleration of 20 meter per second square. What acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? So m1 and m2 is not known to us, force and a1 and a2 is known. So from force and acceleration we can find out the masses, and we can add those masses and find out the acceleration. So first write down the given data. m1 will be equal to force upon a1, and m2 will be equal to force upon a2. So a1 is 10 meter per second square, a2 is 20 meter per second square. a1 and a2 is known. a1 is 10 meter per second square, a2 is 20 meter per second square, force is 5 Newton. So from these values you can find out m1 and m2. m1 will be 5 by 10 equal to 0.5 kg, and m2 will be equal to 5 by 20 equal to 0.25 kg. So total mass will be m1 plus m2, that is 0.5 plus 0.25 equal to 0.75 kg. The acceleration produced in the combined mass by the 5 Newton force would be A equal to force upon mass. Force is 5 Newton, that is given in the question, and mass we have calculated. Total mass is 0.75 kg. So 5 by 0.75 will be equal to 6.67 meter per second square. So the acceleration A produced in the combined mass by the 5 Newton force will be 6.67 meter per second square. Last question is the velocity time graph of a ball of mass 20 gram moving along a straight line on a long table is given in this figure. So how much force does the table exert on the ball to bring it to the rest? So force exerted by the table means what? The frictional force. Because of the frictional force, the ball will be coming to rest after few seconds. So first write down the given data. The initial velocity of the ball is 20 centimeter per second. So from this graph you can find out the initial velocity and the final velocity. Velocity is given in centimeter per second and time is given in seconds. So when time is at the beginning, the velocity is 20 centimeter per second. You can see at the beginning, that is when at the start of the time, the velocity will be 20 centimeter per second, and at the end, that is at 10 seconds, the velocity is coming to 0. See, from the graph you can find out the initial and final velocity. So initial velocity will be 20 centimeter per second and final velocity will be 0 centimeter per second, and time will be 10 seconds. So since the velocity time graph is a straight line, it is clear that the ball moves with a constant acceleration. So this is important thing here. The straight line graph of velocity time graph is a straight line. So it is clear that the ball moves with a constant acceleration. Thus the acceleration is change in velocity divided by time. So 0 minus 20 divided by 10. So this will be coming as minus 0.02 meter per second square. The force exerted on the ball F is, so F will be equal to M into A. M is known to us, that is 20 gram is given. So 20 by 1000 kg. In kilogram it will be 20 by 1000. Into acceleration is minus 0.02. It is, we have calculated the acceleration. So this product will be minus 0.0004 Newton. The negative sign implies that the frictional force exerted by the table is opposite to the direction of motion of the ball. So that is why there is a negative sign. This is a frictional force and it is in the opposite direction to the motion of the ball. So this will be all about the first law of motion and second law of motion. Thank you for watching.